What's going on? Probably going to just stall a little bit, just to see if we can get some more people on. Again, welcome to Gerard Danielle's Salon Talk or Shop Talk. Kind of going to focus on a couple of things. Don't know if anybody's out there yet, but you know, it was amazing to me that we seem to always be running late.
Yeah, that's consistent.
But if you guys saw it a little bit earlier, we kind of did a little infomercial, I would say. Kind of we're running late with our clients. 2 clients came in last minute, kind of just walked in and wanted to get a service done. And I think that's a good topic. Since that did happen just about 30 minutes ago, I think we're going to kind of talk about that and where stylists stand with that positioning versus a client's. For me, I love it. It doesn't faze me at all when a client walks in. I know that some people find that annoying, but at the end of the day, your guests are your future.
Time is money.
Time is money, money is time.
Your clients pay your bills at the end of the day.
Exactly, so you have to be available for every client. So today we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about a couple of different things. One, keeping it in control and having the ability to really communicate on a consultational level with your client, as well as your client talking to you. What is acceptable, what is not acceptable, things like that, and how do you relate it? How do you relate it to everyday life in the salons today? How does your client or your guest perceive it? True? Are they seeing that? So we'll talk about that. And I think another strong topic, because we're really trying to focus more in on topics. The Facebook Live Salon Talk is basically keeping everything in perspective of what we do in the salon. So we'll talk about education both for the client and for the stylist. Who should be doing what and what part should you be taking in that. So I think that's really, really good. So I hope some of our trusty followers out there are clients, as well as some of our friends and family members and salon owners and hairdressers. I just got back from a great weekend in Austin. Where the heck was I? San Antonio, Texas, and had a great show out there, working with some really, really dynamic people. My colleagues and my coworkers on the Dazzles Pro teams, Quaj and Babyliss, and my colleagues at Rusk. They were all asking for you, G.
So, a little bit to, I know you were just talking about Facebook Live and how we kind of touch on these subjects to help sort of, relate or give perspective. Enlighten, to kind of make things easier for both the stylist and the client. And I think, another thing is that sometimes you guys want to see more demos or you want to see more of an instructional thing, and it's kind of hard for us to be able to fit in a full demo or a blow dry or something like that during Facebook Live because we're busy focusing on topics. So we will be starting our YouTube channel or continuing our YouTube channel. So please guys, if you watch us on Facebook Live or you want to see a live demo, keep your eyes open. Follow us on YouTube. It's called Hair and Now, Gerard Caruso and Danielle Perry. And we'll be doing instructional videos on there and actual demonstrations as opposed to us just kind of talking and salon talk and more coffee talk. And
I think this is more of a perfect atmosphere because it would take 25 minutes to half an hour. Let's be real. You possibly can't. We could possibly do a full haircut or do a demo or something. But I think it's really, really important sometimes to sit down and listen to some small little helpful hints. And this is both for the guests that enter into our salons as well as us as stylists and artistic people. So I think the Facebook Live will cover that, and you're so true, Danielle. Now that we're going to branch out and start depositing things into our YouTube channel, I think that's going to really be awesome because what we decided to do is to actually film both in salon and out of salon what is going on. A complete haircut from start to finish, a complete color from start to finish. And we'll have more control over that as well by doing it on YouTube because it'll be a longer time and you can sit down and make yourself a nice cocktail.
Yeah.
I think we should start on Facebook Live with cocktails. But, because it's always...
Live.
Yeah.
Wine o'clock.
Wine o'clock. But I think so. We're going to reiterate that throughout the day. Like Danielle said, Here and Now, by Gerard Caruso and Danielle Perry. And we're going to have that YouTube channel. And we also will try to start downloading these Facebook Lives to that channel. So not only will you be able to go in there and look up some hair cutting techniques and some coloring techniques and things like that, but also be able to catch up on some of these Facebook Lives. So let's get into the first topic. Let's talk about the situation where, clients do come in unexpected. Our guests walk through the doors of our salon. Salon's going to close at 8 or 9 o'clock, and the client walks in at 8:30 or 8 o'clock for a haircut. Do you take them? Do you refuse them? What do you do? I mean, let's realize this thing. Clients, their time is just as valuable as our time, and we always say that. I also want to touch up a little bit on that. If you work 9 to 5 and you have a client at 10 and you have a client at 3, and those are the only 2 clients you have in your book, how do you handle that situation? Because I've been hearing all these crazy things.
You go shopping in between, don't you?
Yeah. I've been hearing all these crazy things, like some stylists feel that it's okay to call a client and just move their appointment up. Like it's nothing. And I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, and I'm not here to insult anybody, but I want you guys to really think about this, especially when you're building a clientele, that you really have to take that into consideration. Clients book appointments at certain times for the simple fact that is the time that they are available.
Well, and you also, Gerard, in today's world especially, people pay for convenience. They pay for convenience, right? We pay for Uber, we pay for apps to make our lives easier, we pay for apps that help us get our chores done faster. So people are paying for their convenience in a certain aspect. They know that you're going to be in the salon at a certain time.
Or they should know that. And
yeah.
we as stylists should make them realize that, hey, this is my schedule. I work from 9 to 5. And just because I may not have it, I'm not having a busy day that day. Mm-hmm. It is kind of funny, and I'm going to bring up a couple of examples. We talk about this all the time in our own salon. We do have 6 stylists across the board that work in chairs, and some are busy, some are not. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, I don't have anybody tomorrow. Can I come in later, or can I come in, leave early? Is that okay? And we don't applaud that. We don't kind of allow, I don't want to say we don't allow, because everybody sometimes has an emergency. Yeah. But we don't encourage that. And I'll tell you why. How many times have you and I came in on a snowy day when people are called out?
Blizzards, and we have the very busy Summit and Prospect Avenue, which is, for those of you that are familiar with Hackensack, they have a lot of high-rise buildings on them, and we happen to have a lot of clientele over there. So on a snowy day where you would say, oh, it's a blizzard, nobody's going to come in today, I'm just going to call out, we would push through and come in. Those people just so happen to not go to work because their jobs closed down, and next thing you know, we are busier than a Saturday on a Tuesday because it's snowing. And it's a prosperous day. And I think that, I've come into where, I'll give you a prime example, I do travel. Those of you who do know me and know Danielle, we do travel a lot for our other job, which is educators, and going out there and really pushing the techniques and the methods that we truly believe in through shows and hands-on events and cluster classes and things like that. And there are times things get canceled last minute, and I've already booked out my day, and I get a phone call, or prime example what happened in Florida with Shane when they had all that mass flooding. 2 weekends in a row, the events got canceled. And I had already booked out of my salon those 2 days, and I opened my book the night before with not having one soul in my column. And I walked into the salon and ended up doing 4 clients, I think, because they called last minute. Because like you always say, time is money, money is time. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. The convenience, people pay for convenience today, all of that. You definitely need to be available and make yourself available for people.
Amen to that. I truly believe that. So feel free, guys, at any time to, text in, ask a question, anything you want to know. Or give us an experience that we could talk about on Facebook that you might have had in your own salon. Or if you're a client or a guest that patronizes the salon and there was something that kind of disturbed you a bit, let us know and we'll kind of adjust that as well. So for that situation, I think our stand is and our opinion is on that, you know, no, it's not okay to move a client if they booked a certain time, a certain appointment, you know, unless it's an absolute emergency, everybody across the board.
Shouldn't be something we're doing every day.
Right. You know, so if you have a client at 10 and a client at 3, you shouldn't be doing it that way. That's the client booked that time because that's their availability. And our guests are important to us.
Take your client at 10, take your business card, walk the strip you're in until 3, come back, and take your client at 3.
Yeah, so, you know, keep that in mind, keep that into consideration, guys, when you are servicing your guests that attend your salon. And we like to use the word guests because they are our guests. We invite them in. You know, we want, or to, you know, what was that old commercial? Was it the that hotel that leaves the light on?
I can't remember which one it was.
But, you know, they are our
I can
guests.
think
So
of whenever we say that is be our guest, be our guest.
yes. Right, so, you know, I mean, I think a new client is like finding a pin in a haystack, and once you find it, you know, you want to keep that pin nice and sharp, poke it in there, and hold on to that client. So I think that we need to take that into consideration. And that's a question that we get all the time from stylists when we're traveling. You know, how do you find a clientele or the type of clientele you're working? And I say this at every hair show. If you're not cutting the type of hair that you want to cut, go out there and get it. You know, sometimes
People are so, they're almost honored when you walk up to them and you say, you know what, I really like your hair and I would love to be your stylist. I would love to cut it for you. Here's my card. People take that, you know, they're very honored by it. And they get excited that you want to do their hair. There's something about that that makes them feel special and wanted and they want to come to you.
oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And I think that it's good to realize that, you know, you have that flexibility of changing somebody's life and putting a smile on their face. Remember, we said this last time, you never know what a guest is going through. You know, same way that, you know, we are in the service industry and we need to service our clients and we need to do it with a smile. You know, sometimes it's hard to keep that smile on all day long, but our clients come to us and our guests come to us and walk into the front doors of our salon because they are looking for a area of relief and relaxation. And our salons, our spas, our, you know, studios, our boutiques.
This is their
That's
downtime.
right.
This is their time to relax, let it all go, take a minute, kind of recoup.
Cool. Sounds good to us. So, another question. Did you want to ask us something, Gloria, or no?
No.
Okay. Another. I guess you didn't want to ask it. Anybody saying hi out there? Or?
It's all hi there. You've inspired me, Gerard. Loved you at the show. The whole thing.
Who was that?
To both of you.
Let us know. Say to people so we can do a shout out to these people.
Richie Gonzalez.
Richie, you are the man. Hey, I'm going to take this moment. I'm going to take away from this. I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you guys to all go to my Facebook page. I shared a link from Richie Gonzalez. Richie Gonzalez is a dynamite hairdresser, a fantastic individual. He is a scholar and a man that I think every woman would go Google over. Probably half the guys go Google over him too. But anyway, but here's what's cool and what I love about Richie. Richie is a boxer. And he's actually going back into the ring to box for underprivileged children. And I was honored enough to go. He had sent me the link. I went onto that link and donated money to his cause. And I want everybody out there on Facebook. I don't care if you only do $1, $5, $10, $20, $25, $50, $100. Whatever you can do. Of course I want you to do 10 and up. But I want everybody to go out there and donate, including my staff, Richie. I'm going to get my staff to go on that page. You are a true gentleman. I honor what you do. If I can make it to that fight to watch you and root you on, I'm going to be there, my buddy. Love you for that. A true gentleman. out to help support underprivileged kids. I think that's dynamic. That is a true gentleman.
You have a nice comment from Michelle Gregory. Gerard, you inspired many stylists in San Antonio.
Thanks, Michelle. Oh my God, don't even get me started now.
Don't start.
I already made Danielle cry this morning, but I had the time of my life. It was a great show in San Antonio. I met some great stylists out there, and most importantly, I worked with not just my fellow colleagues, but a group of people that I call my family. I love what I do. I love being on stage, and I will continue to do that until I can no longer do that anymore. In one way, shape, or form, you will see me at an event or hosting an event, and most importantly, doing education. And that's the topic we're going to talk about. So keep those coming in, whether they're just questions or somebody's got something that they want to say. We have Glory that is actually reading the questions off to us, even if somebody says hi, because I want to give a shout out to everybody that comes on. And Gloria, who's actually filming us. So let's get on to our first topic. Let's talk about consultation. And just interrupt us if you want to, somebody's...
Go ahead.
Huh?
So far it's quiet.
Okay. Well, why is it so quiet, everybody? No one
They're
can...
waiting for the next step.
I know. So let's talk about consulting and staying in control. I think that's really important.
I think it's really important, you know, in consultation, when you're discussing things with your client. A lot of times what I see is, sometimes I see it here, sometimes I see it in other salons when we go in to do education. Guests will come in, sit in the chair, and the person says, "What do you want to do today?" That's like passing the buck.
I swear to you, you and I did not talk or discuss anything that we were going to say about that. We just picked the topic.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody who's watching that was at that San Antonio show, that was one of the topics that I discussed.
Did you?
You lose control, stylist. This is first for the stylist, and then I'm going to approach the guests that come in there. A stylist has control when they're doing consultation, and we should have control.
You set the standard from the time they walk in the door. As soon as you walk over and introduce yourself.
Exactly. And here's the funny thing, you know, losing control of a situation is just like the guest that walks in the doors of your salon, and all you guests that do this up here, I love you. Some of you guys are my clients. You are my guests. You are people I have built relationships through you, through these years of doing your hair. I've seen your kids grow up. I've done your hair for their weddings. But when you come in with that cell phone and show me something from Pinterest, okay? Pinterest is only to be viewed. That's it. You don't bring that to your gynecologist or to any other doctor or surgeon. You know what? It's just how Pinterest should be an inspiration. It should be a visual idea.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're not going to look like that person on Pinterest.
No, and it has to be modified to you. So, you know, you might want that short haircut, but that hair might have to come over your ears a little bit because you could be a little Dumbo-ish. Your ears might be too big. That hair might have to come over a little.
Or sometimes it might have to come down to the chin.
Whatever.
Whatever.
It's got to be altered.
We're being real. I think it's important that we're being real about it. We're being direct about it. And, you know, it's important to realize this. And I think you would agree with me, Danielle, and if you don't, then I'm going to have to backslide. You know, I swear to God, we bicker more than... I feel that when Danielle Perry got married to Kevin Perry, August of last year, it became a threesome. Of course, now everybody on Facebook Live is going to turn around and think they're having sexual...
Well, they might be turning.
Yeah.
Sandy Oaks writes in, she used to be an employee here, writes in, still using all the skills you taught me years ago, and I miss you.
Oh, we miss you too, Sandy, and I'm so glad that you're still using those skills. And here's the thing, you're going to be able to see more skills once we get that YouTube channel up and going. So remember, Hair and Now by Gerard Caruso and Danielle Perry. We're going to get some cutting, coloring, styling, blow drying, and updoing techniques put out on that. So we're going to get that going and get it really going. Because hopefully we're hoping that somebody from Bravo notices this.
That's how wonderful we are.
Yeah, come on, Andy Cohen. Give us a call here, 201-488-5711. Gerard and Danielle.
We're not getting any younger.
We're not getting any younger. You know what? You got the housewives of every freaking county out there. How about the hairdressers from Bergen County? But getting back to that, but you know, talking about that with the Pinterest and the clients and the guests that walk into your salons, this is a message out to all the guests that walk into salons today. Here's the thing. We want to know what you don't like about your hair. What troubles you're having with your hair. What colors you don't like. Where do you not want to go?
What do you do every day?
Right.
Do you blow dry it? Do you not blow dry it? Are you going to maintain it? Are you not going to maintain it?
Because if we as stylists have those in the back of our heads, what don't you like? What colors you don't like? What you do you do your hair every day? Do you shampoo every day? And don't lie to us, because believe it or not, we can tell. Is there a box color on that? We need to all know those.
And don't say things just to please us.
Right. If you tell us what you don't like, we will avoid giving you that. And it will make your experience in the salon so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for the stylists out there, we have to focus on asking those questions instead of saying, what do you want to do today? Or what do you want? You know, we have to try and focus on being a little bit more interpreting, kind of, you know, or learning how to interpret a little better and asking different kinds of questions.
Well, what do you want is such a large, vague
It's just a big area.
question.
You know,
It's an
what are we doing
area.
today? It's
You know, what are we doing? What do you want? You know what? I freaking want
$1 million?
I want a Bentley convertible. I do. I want a Bentley convertible. So I would like to please all you clients out there. So eventually I can get a Bentley convertible. You know, and if any of you clients have it and don't want it, give it to us.
Say it.
Whatever.
Ashley Porter says hello there.
Ashley.
Are you still using Suave?
What did you say?
Are you still using Suave?
Who uses Suave?
Only, if you want this soap in your hair, you use Suave. I don't know.
Ashley Porter, who are you asking? Who are you asking?
I have not ever used Suave.
No, nor have I. But I hope you guests out there are using Suave. But that
It
is...
was a joke. I think she was just kidding.
No, I know it's a joke. But that's another thing too, guests. You know,
That's a good point.
and I think here's a small little topic that I want to touch on. So
Yeah.
remember this, to our guests out there, we want to know what you don't like about your hair. We want to know what colors you don't want. We want to know what you are doing and what you are not doing to your hair to maintain it. And what's the time factor? You know, do you get up at 5, start blow drying your hair till 7 to get here? Can we aid you in doing it quicker by maybe recommending the right product? We want to know about that, okay? But here's, coming back to what Ashley said about Suave, here's a thing I want to tell you guys. You know, the recommendation of your product or your take-home regimen from your stylist is really, really important. And stylists, you should be recommending, not trying to oversell our clients, but let's face the facts. Your salon should be carrying the products that you feel are the ones that are going to work for the stylists that enter into, or the client guests that enter into your salon. Can I just address one situation, and this goes out to all the guests out there. It is rude to come into your stylist's place of business, get recommended a product, take a picture of it, and try to purchase it elsewhere. Now, I know I might offend some people, but you don't know what you're buying out there, but let me tell you something. Your stylist knows what they're recommending for you, and it would be the right regimen for you to take home. So I encourage stylists to keep on recommending. We carry professional products in our environment. We suggest them, educate, which we're going to get into in a few minutes. We educate our client on why and why not, the same way we educate the client. But I will tell you this, stylist, in order to educate somebody, you first must be educated yourself.
Absolutely. It's very well said, Gerard. And, you know, educating yourself is really important because there's no way, you know, number one reason why a client might leave you is because somebody else offers them something else and something better or something they have never heard of before. So being in the now and understanding, you know, what's new on the market and keeping current in education, even us, right? We educate, but we're constantly going elsewhere and seeking more education because you can never get enough and you can never be more too well-rounded. You can always get more under your belt, and, you know, the more educated you are as a stylist, the bigger the tool belt that you wear around your waist to offer your guest is.
I think we have a question.
Go ahead.
Lisa Ann Bergen is following up on the taking a picture of the product line and purchasing elsewhere. Oh my God, that happened to me the other day. I was really pissed.
Pissed off. But I'm sure she said something else. But I think that
She put her face up. She didn't say the word.
right.
I think, Gerard, you know, I understand that. I understand that, you know, it might be a kind of a sensitive topic and everything. That
What's
know,
so sensitive
people,
about it?
I mean, for people,
Don't
you know,
do
they
it.
might say,
Don't do it.
I
It's
understand
rude.
it, but I think for people to understand, those of you who are guests in salons, whether it be our salon or another salon, I think you guys have to understand. So as we're talking about education, right?
Wait, let's back up here for a minute. How many times have you walked into a restaurant and bought your own steak and asked the chef to cook it?
Never.
Okay, so we gotta really, you know, I agree with Lisa. You know what, Lisa, and I'm glad that you know,
No, absolutely.
you've experienced that because, you know, sometimes I wonder, it's like, I remember not too long ago there was an app out there, and it was, I don't know if it was Red Laser or whatever it was called, and people used to scan a product to find out where in the vicinity of your salon they could purchase that product.
And they did it right on their phone.
Right, but here's the thing. If you're a guest out there and you do that, if you're a guest at Salon G, and if any other hairdresser or salon owner out there agrees with me, then allow your guests to know this. We match any price point anywhere out there. So if you're doing it because you think you can find it somewhere that's cheaper, you show us that price point and we'll sell you that product for that price point. Because at least I know that you purchased a product here that is not expired, that is the right product for your hair, that is the actual product in the bottle. I remember years ago there was a situation, I'm not going to mention the manufacturer's name, but a tractor trailer load of products, or bottles I should say, were stolen and they were filled, they came in from overseas and they were sold on the market. And they were sold at those discount stores. So, you know, I don't want to really focus that whole thing on that negatively, but for all you guests out there, I would rather you turn to me and say, hey, I saw this somewhere for $12.95, not $14.95. Will you match it? Yes.
It's more of a respect for the profession. That's where I was going with it. That's all. You know.
But we as stylists need to respect the profession.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where I was going with it. You.
Yes.
Judy Dandra, Van Sycamore.
Yes.
I want to see how to do an undercut. Double arts.
It's because she wants to do it to herself. It's my grandmother.
That's
Judy.
your grandmother?
Hey, speaking of that, Judy, did you get the gift I sent you in the mail? And if you didn't get it, your granddaughter gave me the wrong address.
No, I gave you the wrong address. Well, how long ago did you send it?
Well, we sent it last week. She should have gotten it by today.
Oh, maybe.
If not, there's a present coming for you, Judy, in the mail. Because you are my favorite, and no, you will not see an undercut. Because
No,
you're
it's not a
supposed to
video
do it.
of an undercut.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing the undercut yourself. That's another thing clients do. They go on, listen, we talk about YouTube, about following us. That's basically for hairdressers. Clients, don't start going on YouTube thinking you can cut your own hair. It's bad enough to try and color it at home. But I like when you do that, because then you come in for us to correct it.
Yeah, it costs more money though when you come into things.
Right, so let's get back with education out there. And keep those questions coming, Glory. I see you mouthing and lipping over there, but, what?
Judy came back with, yes, thank you, love you, got it today.
All right.
Hearts. Got it today.
You got triple hearts.
Love you too, Judy. I hope everything's good. Judy just built a brand new house, so if anybody's going to Florida, you got a place to stay. Okay, so education. Okay, I think it's a really good topic. I love education because, hey, that's part of what we do. We travel. You know, but I will say this, you know, and you brought up something you were talking about earlier. I love when I travel and we educate new, fresh, young designers. Or new, fresh, young stylists. And I'll tell you why. Because they're fresh sponges, just out of the bag.
They just want to suck it all
They
up.
suck it all up. But all of us veterans out there, or seasoned hairdressers that are out there, every now and then you need to squeeze that sponge. I said this in San Jose. Squeeze the sponge, get all that water out, every trip out, and then reabsorb it. If you learn and walk away with one little thing, and it could be the way you fluff the hair, I don't care, whatever, you've gained on top of it. Somebody else question?
Lisa Ann Bergen asked, you guys open on Monday?
No, Lisa, we're closed on Monday. Why? Do you want to come buy some products? No. No, we're actually closed on Monday, but we are open on Tuesday. We have a skeleton crew that works Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are our, full pack days. So education, I mean, Danielle, just besides the stylist, I think it's important and kind of needs to be mentioned that our guests need to be educated.
Oh, yeah.
But they need to be educated by their stylists.
Yeah, it's a full circle thing, The more you know, the more you're going to be able to explain it to them. And I can't tell you how many times a new client has sat in my chair and I say something. I had somebody today and I said something to her about her cowlick and maybe doing the fringe a little heavier to keep some weight. And she said to me, I've been going in salons for 20 years and nobody has ever said anything to me. Nobody has ever taken the time to explain.
But because they get comfortable.
Yep.
They get comfortable. And that should be another topic on the we'll talk about today. But being comfortable, sometimes you become too relaxed. Right. Here's the funny thing. Remember one thing. Good is the enemy of being great. Sometimes we settle for just being good.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. It's like when I was a little kid. Good, better, best, never let it rest until your good gets better and your better gets best. I say that 1,001 times, so you're bored of hearing that. But it's true. You're right. When a client walks in and says, nobody's ever said that to me before, sometimes we get complacent.
Yeah. And it just shows you too, we have just in our salon alone, we have a bunch of salons down the road on either side. So for somebody, especially in this area, Bergen County is a pretty busy area, for somebody in this area to walk in and say they've been coming in on the salons for 15, 20 years and nobody ever educated them, that shows you that there's a huge area where you can have a leg up to keep that client, to make that client want to come to you, to make you be different.
But I think it's important to realize too, education never stops. No matter how seasoned you are as a stylist, it just never stops. I mean, you need to continuously educate yourself. I think that we are fortunate here because, sometimes we get lax and it'll be months or two before we get an education in the salon, but whatever we don't do within the salon, we go outside the salon. And sometimes you need to have that. I'm going to share something with you, and this is for the guests out there. Do you know that here at Salon G, we actually create, almost every quarter, every other quarter, something like that, we try to create an educational event for the guests. And what we do is actually demonstrate and show you how to blow dry your hair at home or how to style your hair at home. And what this enables us to do, we do two things by that. So the next time you guys want to hear about this, and maybe we should start posting it on our Facebook page every time we do it, because we have to schedule one for the fall. But it is a 2-hour educational event where you as a guest can come into the salon. Of course, there's a minimum fee that you have to pay to enter to that event.
Basically, it holds your chair.
Right, it holds your spot, exactly. But you get every penny in the back in product. Okay? And then we actually go through, different scenarios and show you professional tools versus store-bought tools and demonstrate and kind of educate you how to blow dry your hair and how to get a longer lasting style out of it. And here's the cool thing about that, and you'll hear about it more if you inquire about that. You are not only educating yourself, but what we do is, through that, we create an environment. If you choose to purchase a new blow dryer, a new flat iron, a new curling iron, a new brush, a new styling product, you give us your old one, your old flat iron, your old blow dryers, curling irons, styling tube, buzzers, clippers, your old ones. We have them serviced and cleaned. We take $50 off a new one for you and send your old ones to a battered women's shelter in order to allow them to experience the flexibility of utilizing tools to be beautiful.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. It's our way of giving back to give you, and your way of being able to give back to others, and our way to help you. So
education is a strong point, and not just education on a haircut, a coloring technique. It's kind of funny sometimes when people say, I don't really do a lot of updos. I don't want to sit through a class of it. I think that's so foolish not to suck up everything. Open up a door. Take a new experience. Take a new challenge. Because you need to educate that to your client. I think a couple of things. Educating our clients, the difference between a single process, a color glaze, a two-app, a highlight, a balayage, things like that. Educate your client. I don't know how many clients come in and get confused. Oh, they think that a single app is just, taking color, stocking it out from the regrowth all the way out to the end, and voila, I have a single application. No, that doesn't always work. You know what? A scalp touch-up or single app sometimes is all the same, but if you're changing your color, that now becomes a corrected color or a two-app or a, especially if people are using box color at home. So I think that that's really important because we do have a lot of clients that come in here and think that we could just turn around. They've been a level 2, which is considered a dark brown, in case our guests don't know what that is, a level 2, and they've been using box color the whole time at home. Well, your level 2, repeatedly, color on top of color on top of color on top of color, ends up to be a level 1 and below. Do you know what? And I don't know how much below you can get than a level 1, which is black, but if you try to remove that, guess what? Putting a nice red on top of black really doesn't do much.
You know what? It's not only just telling them what you're doing, but telling them why. If you guys go to the doctor says, hey Gerard, you need knee surgery. Okay, see you later. Right? It makes you feel really uncomfortable. Now you go home, you're like, oh my God, I need knee surgery. I wonder why. What happened? I don't even know what's going on. When you explain why and there's a better understanding, it creates comfort. It creates trust. And it creates, that kind of just the feeling that the person feels welcome and they can come back, and it builds a relationship.
But I think that, I always watch you do that, and I think you are probably even surpassing me, which, I know you got probably find it hard to believe now. But I watch Danielle, and I listen to Danielle all the time. Somebody said to me this weekend, and it was my buddy Kevin Kirk. Again, I'm going to give my shout out to Kevin Kirk. He won the Bronner Brothers Award, 4-time Bronner Brothers winner, 4 times. And I'm going to talk about something that he's got, that he created in a minute. But what I find amazing is that I listen to you, how you educate your clients. And I think it's important because once we are educated, we can then educate our clients as we're doing it. Because sometimes we get annoyed that our clients ask so many questions. But if you actually educate them through the process that you're doing,
we have a couple comments.
They're much more aware. Yes.
Lisa Amber again. That's awesome. I have some tools I can donate in reference to the laundry class.
Thank you, Lisa.
Judy Van Sycamore. Gerard, you should open up a beauty school. You would be an amazing teacher. Double heart. Ashley Porter.
Oh, as far as the beauty school, I would love to open one if Danielle would commit to running it for me.
Ashley Porter. I find that clients love to be educated on every aspect of their hair. Love it.
Awesome. And that goes to show me, Ashley, to educating your clients. And I agree with you. I do think that clients have to be educated.
Yeah.
It's
comfort. It creates comfort. It creates satisfactoriness. It creates their loyalty to you. It makes you stand out. It makes them have a reason to want to come back, It even makes people ask for more. You teach them about one product and they want to know about more.
And you know what's amazing to me, Danielle? It's like, this is such a topic that they should be teaching at beauty school.
Oh, definitely. And I don't feel like I ever got that.
Oh, I never got that. I never got that.
I got
trial and error. Yeah, did you ever use them?
Once. I had to do 20 hair for something.
But, so I hope that we enlightened you guys on that about how important it is to educate. And here's another cool thing about it. We're always trying to educate. In fact, if there are anybody out there, okay, we have an opportunity, and we have 2 openings now in the salon. I have to say that we have an opening. We are looking for a seasoned stylist if they need to join a new team or want to move on and work somewhere. Of course, please call 488-5711, Salon G, Hackensack, New Jersey, Bergen County. But most importantly, this is how Sean we feel about educating. We are looking for 2 new apprentices that want to come and join our staff. But I'm going to be honest with you. If you are not a dry sponge and are willing to suck up some knowledge, we probably don't want you. We are looking for anybody out there that would be interested in wanting to really come and join our team of stylists that we could prep and promote, to becoming an up-and-coming stylist. And we don't believe in leaving apprentices at the shampoo ball. You have to be willing to at least take a client here or there too, because we like to
show that
them.
drive. You gotta show that
show
drive.
the drive.
You show us you're willing to do it, and we'll give you the tools you need to get there.
So keep that in mind. I'm going to repeat that at the end. But I do think it's important for us to, as stylists, continue to educate in the way that you. I think I'm very inspired by you, Danielle. The way you educate your clients. You know, sometimes I sit. Or I'm like talking to my client and I'm actually listening to you and kind of reiterating or repeating what you said. So hopefully if they didn't hear that, so I'm copying it. But here's the thing, guys. For all you stylists out there, once something comes out of somebody's mouth, it's up in the air. If you grab it and reuse it, you've owned it. That's what I say. So I think we need to end this up by, let's kind of talk. We thought of a new idea on each one, and we're going to talk about 2 picks or 2 products of the month. One of Danielle's or whatever she picks, and a product of mine. So I know what my product of the month is because I got to work with it again this weekend. And it actually belongs to a buddy of mine. I keep calling him my buddy. I hope he thinks I'm his buddy. But anyway, or my friend. But a really good friend of mine out there. So do you want to talk about yours first? I'll talk about mine.
Yeah.
So these are our 2 picks of the product of the month. Okay? So check it out.
I feel like we kind of picked the whole product of the month, not to get too far into it, but I feel like we picked product of the month because just how we talked about how education is so important. I feel like as stylists, sometimes we get complacent or we get stuck using the same products all the time, and we have a tendency not to use something different. So by kind of picking a product of the month and deciding you're going to work with something new, pushes you outside of that box.
And here's a commitment that we made to all stylists up there. We are not just going to focus brand recognition. It's not necessarily about one specific manufacturer or brand because we have a wide spread of stylists out there that use multiple lines.
Yep.
So we are going to, whether it's a product that we work with all the time or that we carry within our salon, we are also going to do products of the month or picks of the month that stylists, you guys, recommend to us, and we're going to try them and decide which is our product of the month. We have so many products in our back room that we don't even carry on our shelves. But we look for products in the month, and if we like them, I think it's a good thing to switch out every now and then in your salon.
Every month.
So you hold on to yours, I hold on to mine. You talk about yours first.
Okay. Well, and 2, I want to challenge you guys. Let's challenge them.
Okay.
We want to challenge you guys to do that too. So every month when you see us pick our product, go back to your salon the next day, you pick a new product you're going to work with a lot that month, and see what you like it and don't like about it. So my product today is going to be AG Recoil. And I have to tell you, anybody out there that has curly hair, Recoil is my go-to for my curly hair guests. It gives you a medium hold, it gives nice flexibility, it helps to boost the curl. Whether you place this in the hair, whether it's damp and then diffuse it, or you place it in the hair and let it air dry, it gives a boost to the curl, keeps shape and texture to the hair, and keeps the curls and frizz under control. So that's why I chose to go with AG Recoil, because it happens to be one of my favorite products amongst my curly hair people. And I know there's so many different products out there. Also great products. I always say there's no such thing as bad products. There's the wrong product for the wrong person. So as I know there's a lot of them out there, I find this to be a midway curly hair product that can work for an array of people and different, whether it's fine curl or heavy curl, can be worked in different ways to achieve a great control and texture for curly hair.
And you know what I think is amazing about that? Because we don't carry the whole AG line.
Nope.
We carry Recoil because we all tried it, we've all liked it. Danielle is like, you know, the little cheerleader behind it, along with a couple of other styles. And we do have other curling products, but that happens to be your favorite product of the month. And the way you explained it and educated it, I think is really, really important. So for the clients out there and the guests, you know, and if you do have curly hair, that's the product for you.
Recoil's the way to go.
Recoil's the way to go. So here's the deal. I have a product that nobody knows about out there, I don't think, except for probably a few people. But this product is really, I mean, it could be a retail product if you guys carry it on the shelves. I mean, as of now, we don't carry it on our shelves because it is a service product that I had the opportunity to work with this past weekend. And I utilized it in so many different ways, and I was educated by it, by the owner of the product line and the inventor of it. which I'm amazed, but it is a product line that we use in our back bar. And here's the funny thing, we've already had it here, my whole staff doesn't even really know about it. But I noticed that a couple of them, one or two of them, I know that Jen has used it before, but it is a product from my buddy out there, Mr. Kevin Kirk. And it's called Kirk Pro Products. It's a trifactor protective oil complex product that I learned this weekend can be utilized so many ways. It can also, you could put a drop of it into any of your chemical services that you're doing to help add moisture to the hair, elasticity to the hair, give the hair a nice feel, and most importantly, as we all joke around, save that hair. You know, and you can utilize this with a lot of other products that are out there. Olaplex is, and Redken has one, and everybody else has one. You just got to pick one. My product pick was Kevin Kirk's Pro product, the protective oil, because he showed me a way to use this on pre-lightened hair to blow dry that hair and help to seal down that cuticle of that hair, rehydrate that hair, add moisture to the hair, give it life and feeling, and you have to see the remarkable shine. Now, of course, you got to be careful how much you're using it, without a doubt.
Any oil, yeah.
With any oil. But I have to honestly say, Mr. Kirk out there, I hope you are watching this. This product is kick-ass, and thank you for introducing it to me. And most importantly, I think you gave it to me, and if you didn't, then I actually stole it from the show from you. But those of you guys who have not heard of it, go to Kevin Kirk's Facebook page, try and contact him, and see if you can get a bottle sent to you. Maybe he can get it shipped out to you right away. Great product to work with. You should try it, Danielle. I think you're going to love it, especially because...
I almost just reached over and took it from you.
Especially because, you know, I noticed that you have a lot of those clients that you know, do double processes on, and you do a lot of bleach outs on, and it's a great product to put a drop in for any clientele. So check out these two products. I'm going to stick them right here. These are our picks of the month. Okay? And in fact, that's Kevin Kirk's new packaging, which, thumbs up to that. That's what we should start doing. We should start doing it like Andy Cohen does. We don't have to do the miles over the week, but we can do the thumbs up. Because Facebook is all about thumbs up. So those are our thumb up products for this month. I think we're going to kind of reiterate the fact that a couple things. One, remember Hair and Now, right? Hair and Now by Gerard Caruso and Danielle Perry. That's going to be our new YouTube page. Our next Facebook pages, or our next Facebook Live will be
Wednesday, November 1st, which is again the first Wednesday in November. We're going to aim to shoot for 7 p.m.
And here's a topic we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss texturizing blades versus a straight blade. When to use it, when not to use it. I think that we need to really educate our clients, because I feel that clients get scared when they see a texturizing blade.
I've taken one out before and somebody's ducked.
I've taken one out before the probably get back in my drawer. But anyway, but if we're not educating you utilizing those tools right, then we can't educate the client of them. So today we kind of talked about education. And I want to sum up education by turning around and saying, listen guys, there's a lot of ways for you guys as stylists to get education, okay? For the guest and the client, go into your salon, ask your stylist, be educated, learn about the new things that are on the shelves in their salon, learn about the new services that they offer. Stylists, offer that information to your client. Give that. A way for you to get educated. There's so many ways. You know, Danielle hit it before when she said that, hey, we go out on the field. Redken has a ton of education at their academy. You know, there's Moroccan Oil has education in their academy.
Cosmoprof, if you guys have anything, go to Cosmoprof.
Exactly, Cosmoprof. Call up your local Cosmoprof. See if there's education in their stores. All the manufacturers, Aquage does an academy out there. Babyliss Pro. Sheer Police. Check out sheerpolice.com. There's education going on, I believe, on October 29th, and one is October 30th. There's 2 hands-on cutting classes. I believe you can also get a ticket just to view the demo in the morning. But, you know, that's where it's at. It's going back to going out there and getting your education. I'm a believer in education. So check out Sheer Police. They have really strong education out there. I think you guys are going to be amazed by that. So remember that, and go for that. Consult your client, right?
Don't become complacent. Consult that client. Educate that client. Educate yourself. Push yourself outside the box. Try and make yourself do things you don't normally do. You got to find a way to stand out. There's so many different stylists out there. There's so many different salons out there. You have to find a way to make yourself be the person that guest wants to come to.
Amen to that. And I'm going to end it by saying this. Remember, anybody out there that wants to join a strong team and wants to come into a salon and be educated and work one-on-one with a seasoned stylist, we have 2 positions opening for apprentices. We also have a chair opening if there's a seasoned stylist that's looking to change. Stop in at Salon G, located on Passaic Street, Hackensack. And I'm going to share this with you. You know, and this is our model at Salon G, but this is for everybody. As far as clients, if you guys are looking for a new place to go, come visit us. You're always a guest here at Salon G. And here's what I'm going to end this by saying. Remember one thing. Why try so hard to fit in when you were made to stand out? And here at Salon G, we help you to stand out. So, love you guys. See you on November 1st.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.